So Lecrae goes on to address some rumors.
I get really tired of these rumors that people have on me and on negativity. So let me just clear the air once and for all. It's probably not going to be once and for all, but I'm going to do it now. Number one, I am not Illuminati. I don't know how to spell Illuminati. I've never met anybody in Illuminati. They've never come to me and offered me anything. Plus, I love Jesus too much, so they probably wouldn't accept me anyway. Number two, I'm not pro-choice, but I am more than pro-life. I'm whole life, from the womb to the tomb, the whole person, the whole community, the whole environment. I did not campaign for any politician. I did show up to rap at an event. I thought it was bipartisan. It was a vote early thing, and it wasn't, but it doesn't mean I'm campaigning for any politician. I am not a carnal Christian. I have been before, but you wouldn't have known about it. But I am sincerely passionate about Jesus. I did not leave the church for the money. Some people think I left and went to go be mainstream because it paid more. It doesn't. It doesn't pay more. I actually had to pay money to do mainstream shows, but that to me was missionary work. It's actually more financially beneficial to pretend you love God and show up at all the good Christian events and not to stir up trouble. I keep stirring up trouble, which should let you know I am not concerned with the money, because I've messed up money plenty times by just keeping it 1,000. I am not trying to use my faith as a tool to get ahead in this world. End of the day, I love Jesus. He saved my life at 19 years old. And since then, I've been passionate for him. It hasn't been an easy road, but it's been a fulfilling road. Lastly, I got nothing to hide. Nothing. No double lifestyle. I have a community group. I have a wife. I have a therapist. They know all of my dirt. And that's the way it should be, confession leads to healing,
So I think the issue is the people that you're connected to, or that he's connected to. Taking pictures with people like Stacey Abrams, and you make a tweet not too long ago that says it feels good to be on the right side. It feels good to be on the right side of history. Or, when you shaking hands or taking pictures with people like, Barack Obama and things like that. And the thing is, I believe I believe he's more of a black activist than anything. But when you connected with these people who have extreme views and you seem to lean more towards that side, then I believe that that's what people take you as. If I believe that he supports abortion, I don't. You taking pictures with Stacey Abrams doesn't make it any better. This was the woman who did say that if we go for abortion, that makes the economic situation, a lot better. And so, but his stance on that was just he had somebody that his daughter can look up to as far as what her being black. Her being black. So this is why I said I feel like he's more of the black activist, and he would be campaigning more for black people being in positions. But I feel like we just can't take anything. And I believe that this has been the problem with a lot of black people here lately, is that we just kind of take whatever they give us. Regardless of the belief, regardless of what they stand for, regardless of the values and the opinions that they hold, we just say, man, we just need to see this in office. They could be a detriment. They can be a detriment to black people, but yet and still we'll take a little bit of power just for some representation. And I think that's where a lot of this has turned to. I honestly don't care anything about your skin color if you don't hold values in protecting family. And we can say that we're for black people, but the very people that you stand with, they're more for abortion, which targets more of the black community anyway. You know what I'm saying? So, but we as people also just have to sit back and just look at, okay, who am I connected with? Who am I talking to? What am I pushing? What am I pushing for? Have I just settled for what people gave me? Or have I really just considered If I just really consider things that they hold dear to, and has it aligned more with what I believe? Because let's just be honest. The truth is that people a lot of times vote for the people who hold the same values and beliefs as they do. And I definitely believe that you should. I don't believe that you should vote for a person simply because they're your same skin color. I feel like that's no different than somebody giving you a present, somebody giving you and just saying, here, here. Just like as if they owe you something that you've been begging for and they tired of you asking, so they just throw it to you and give it to you. You ain't gonna want that. I don't care what it is, bro. I don't want that. And then you said what you said about you had an event or a show to do, although you didn't know it was a type of vote early type of thing, but you knew who would be there. Like you knew the people that it was connected with. Again, I don't think that we should just settle for black faces. I think that we should, because they have black faces, again, doesn't mean that they're for us. We see that with rappers all day. You know what I'm saying? Selling drugs, and it's to our people because they know that, we gonna listen to it. But yet and still like these dudes sellouts, regardless of how much money they have. So they're not actually leaders in the community. I don't consider them as leaders. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care what you the face of. I don't care what barriers you've broken, what accolades you've accomplished in the eyes of the world. Like if you're not really pushing to uplift the people, to build the people, then I consider you a sellout. I really don't care what color you are. And so again, do I think you are that? I don't. But it's the people that you connected to, and it make it very hard to believe. And another thing, the things that you'll rock the boat for and the things that you'll tiptoe for. When they asked you about abortion not too long ago, when you addressed abortion on your YouTube page, you were more just kind of tiptoeing around the line instead of just coming straight out and just saying you're against it. Because in my eyes, I feel like you knew that this ain't gonna go right with some of your viewers. And then even with the homosexual community, when Vlad asked you, you were dancing around that. But it seemed like you were for the money. And honestly, and quite frankly, that's what I really feel like it's all about. They did out a white and a black thing. I feel like you're willing to not be a sellout as far as your people are concerned, black people. But I don't really feel like it was advocating much for the kingdom. So if anything, it's been more for a black church, but not for the church that Christ died for, which is everybody unified and combined. Being more for black people than you are for the kingdom. So that's what it is. You putting your culture over the kingdom. That's what it is. But that's why people would address you with these things, and that's why people would ask you these questions and think that you support this or you're for that, because of the people you're connected to and you putting culture over kingdom. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Peace. I'm out. Love y'all.
Swear to tell the truth, nothing but the truth. Put my hands on the Bible, y'all point me to the booth. Swear to tell